Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the TV6 Digital Desk live stream. My name is Molly Birch, and I'll be taking you through a recap of today's headlines. This stream runs every night starting at 8 Eastern, 7 Central Time from Sunday to Thursday. Feel free to comment and ask any questions you have in the chat when you feel like it, and I'll do my best to answer your questions as we go and after the stream as well if we don't have time while we're live. With all of that business out of the way, let's take a look at our first story for this evening, where one motorcyclist was injured in a multiple vehicle crash in Ishpeming this afternoon. Just after noon today, Marquette County Sheriff's officers responded to a multiple vehicle crash at the intersection of Randall Drive on Lilac Street and Ishpeming Township. The officers say a 25-year-old man from Marquette entered the intersection traveling northbound on Lilac Street when it struck a 56-year-old motorcyclist from Republic who was traveling westbound on Randall Drive. The motorcyclist was taken by ambulance to UP Health System Marquette for non-life-threatening injuries. The drivers' names were not released. And the American Red Cross is asking eligible Americans to roll up their sleeves for a good cause. The nonprofit organization is currently facing a blood shortage across the nation as supply levels have fallen nearly 25% since early August because of a drop in donations and back-to-back months of climate-driven disasters. The Red Cross provides about 40% of U.S. blood and blood components to hospitals, and says distribution to hospitals and medical centers is now far outpacing the rate of donations being made. Emergency supplies of donated blood are currently being described as critically low. The Red Cross needs to collect about 12,500 donations each day to meet patients' needs. And for our next story, the Loud Acre Farms has opened its fall corn maze this weekend in Crystal Falls. The farm had vendors, a petting zoo, a kids' play area, and the popular kids' corn maze. The farm has been open to the public for 4 years. The Loud Acre Farms owner says the farm is a great place for families to come visit. He also says the goal of the events and corn maze is to offer more activities for families.
You know, I lived in Houghton for 17 years. It's a bigger town, which you know, like Marquette, and there's stuff to do. They got D Stadium, they got hockey rinks, biking trails. There's not much of that around here, so it's something in the fall.
Loud Acre Farms is open during the week and weekends from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time. And now we kick it over to TV6's Keegan Cooper with a recap of this weekend's sports highlights.
Good evening, I'm Keegan Cooper. Marquette was a busy town on Saturday, especially on the Northern Michigan campus as it was homecoming, and the Wildcats hosted UW La Crosse in the Superior Dome. Now the Wildcat Marching Band along with alumni members were in attendance and in full swing before, during, and even after the game. Here they are performing together before the game got underway on Saturday. But it's time for the action. And it's the Eagles who strike first on the first drive of the game. This capping off a 9-play, 61-yard drive. Kessler Helterbrand takes the handoff. He gets the 2 yards, and the Eagles are on the board. 7-0 extra point was good. Second drive for the Eagles. Again, it's quarterback Ryan Bartol finds Helterbrand in the corner. 7-yard touchdown pass. And just like that, the Eagles have a 14-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. We go to the second quarter now. Wildcats 3 and out, so the Eagles drive and settle for a field goal. Michael Stack nails the 36-yarder, and that extends the Eagles' lead 17-0. Stay in the second quarter. UW La Crosse again in the second quarter, but this time Wildcat defense steps up. Bartol's pass is intercepted by Davion Brooks, and the Wildcats would take over around the 30-yard line. However, Eagles defense holds strong and would take back over. Bartol, you guessed it, connects again with Helterbrand, and the bleeding just isn't stopping for the Wildcats. The Eagles now lead 24-0. Wildcats, though, finally on the board. This at the end of the second quarter here. Michael Karen hits the 44-yard field goal. NMU on the board, but the Eagles a big lead, 24-3. Coming out of halftime, it's more Eagles. Late third quarter, they drive into field goal range. Stack hits the 28-yarder, and the Eagles extend their lead by 3. It's now 27-3 Eagles. To put a pin in this game, UW La Crosse added another touchdown. This capping off only a 3-play drive. Zach Weir with a 1-yard run. Eagles go on to spoil homecoming for the Wildcats with a 34-3 win.
Of course, quarterback situation was tough, right? And Mariano was out this week, and went with Jake, and I just wanted to make sure that we were trying to get him comfortable out there, and we thought we could run the ball. We wanted to really commit to that, and thought we really ran the ball well. Second half, third quarter, felt like we were in control, but the problem was we just didn't put the points on the board to be able to finish those drives. We got to be better right there to do that.
The Wildcats have the week to prepare for the road. They head to Quincy Saturday, September 23rd. Game time is set for 2 p.m. That's just the beginning of a 3-game road trip for the Wildcats. And also in college football, the Michigan Tech Huskies were on the road Saturday up against Wisconsin Platteville, the Pioneers. The Huskies took the win 24-20. A fourth-quarter field goal helped the Huskies hold the lead. Michigan Tech still on the road next week as they head to Fayette, Iowa to take on Upper Iowa. Game time is set for 2 p.m. Eastern. That's all for sports. Clint is back after the break.
Thank you, Keegan. And for our final story tonight, excuse me, I misspoke. It's not our final story tonight. In continuing coverage, the Iron County Ducks Unlimited Dinner is kicking off again this October. This year's event will be held at the Iron County Armory in Iron River. The event will have silent auctions, raffles, and food. Iron County Chapter Ducks Unlimited Chairman says this event will raise funds for conservation projects of wetlands. He also says wetlands are a major environmental benefit.
Wetlands are very important for overall environmental health. They help filter out toxins, and all wildlife and birds benefit from wetlands. So I think what Ducks is doing is very beneficial for everyone and all wildlife.
The Ducks Unlimited dinner tickets are available online, and they recommend getting yours quickly because they sell out fast. And now for our final story this evening. Earlier today, the Children's Museum had a fundraiser with its first ever Baraga Block Party. This party was on Baraga Avenue in Marquette. Adults had free admission, but children required a wristband. The wristband allowed guests to participate in the party's many activities. The museum's executive director says this is the final fundraiser for its Nina's Neighborhood campaign. This campaign was started to help the museum become debt-free.
We were really excited going into this. We had some great sponsorships from Northern Michigan University, Northbound Thrivent Group, and Prime Specialty Contracting that really pushed and helped us to make this event as great as it is. And because of it, we've been super lucky. The turnout has been awesome. We've sold over 300 wristbands already, which is wonderful. All adults are free, so who knows how many people are actually here.
The Children's Museum hopes to throw this party every year. And that's all the stories we have for you tonight. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night, where I'll be here in the same place at the same time. That's 8/7 Central Time. If you have a recap or a story idea that you'd like to share with us, feel free to contact us at any time. These are a few easy ways to get a hold of both myself and others in the newsroom. And again, you can contact us at any time. We'd love to hear your story ideas. Thank you again for joining me live at the TV6 Digital Desk. Have a good rest of your night.